Namaste friends, and hope you're doing well. Let's talk about the sun in the fourth house. The fourth house is also called the Sukha Bhava. Sukha means happiness, the house of general happiness. If you want to see if you will be happy in this time, in this birth, then you can analyze the fourth house. And what happens when sun comes in? As you know, sun is very authoritative, he's egoistic, his self-esteem is very strong, he's a fatherly figure. He is also a government. He is very good in being a leader rather than a follower. So what happens when he comes to the fourth house? Now, naturally, when it comes to conveniences in life, like cars and house and all that, Sun has a very strong attachment towards it. Okay, he wants to have more than just one car. You know, he wants to have a car for every occasion, sort of a thing. He wants to have a few houses, you know, one for his maybe an apartment in the city, maybe a nice country house, and those sort of the house by the beach or something like that. He wants to have just more than one, because he finds it that he's not the one that he wants to show off to people. No, he's not that. He wants to be, how shall I say, he wants to outbid himself. He's always in a challenging mode, not for others but for himself or herself, right? They are always learning to beat the inner challenge in them, which is why they keep acquiring more wealth, acquiring more convenience in life, conveyances as well, cars and stuff like that. The fourth house is also the house of their mother, one's mother. So if you have the sun in the fourth house, you'll be very protective, or rather possessive towards your mother. You will not let anyone come and make an ill comment about your mother or something like that. You'll be very protective. You want to make sure that your mother is well taken care of. Chances are you'll have her in your house when she's old. You're always finding ways to be in service to your mother. Okay, you are always finding ways to gain that love from your mother. Okay, whether she's going to love you in return is a question, and depending on how your chart is. But generally, if your sun is in the fourth house, you will be very possessive towards your mother. Okay. Also, in the fourth house represents the homeland, the place that you stay, and all that. And this shows that you will be a very patriotic person. Okay. If someone comes to tell you that you should go to another country and start all over again, or you should just leave your place, you will be very angry about it. Okay, you love your country very much, and you will make sure that your children, your legacy will remain such. You want to make sure that people surrounding you understands the importance of freedom, the importance of the sense of patriotism for a person. So that is something seen if you have sun in the fourth house. There's also this thing about real estates. People who have sun in the fourth house do very well when it comes to real estates. They really make it big, right? They really make it big. Their clients will be always the top-notch clients. They are not interested on the lower property. Rural properties. They're always seeking the best, the most expensive, the most biggest, the most prominent place in the city. These kind of things they'll be looking at. If someone comes to them and say that they're looking for a house for rent or something, they would not be interested. But then if you are doing something else, and as a primary job, but you can also consider doing a real estate business if you have the sun in the fourth house, because it will really do you good. You should give it a try. You just never know. What else? The fourth house is also the house of the office. Office, meaning that engagement with your teammates, your engagement with your peers, will be always one-sided, meaning that you'll be always uh, making the decisions, and not respecting what your friend or colleague is telling you. You'll be always saying that you have the right way of thinking. You are always the best, and your friends are not. It's always like that, and that creates a lot of friction in the office, as I said just now with the siblings. And now it also creates a frictions in the office. You would not be an amiable person, a person who can go and talk to, but you'll be seen as the person who is the most hardworking in your team. You'll be always working day and night. You'll be working. You'll be the best in what you do. But then the only problem is, because Sun is very egoistic, is very his self-esteem is very strong. You tend to be audacious and rude. Okay, and you do not give respect to those people who are working on a very I mean those people who are working like the tea lady or the security guard outside, or people who are working on a low level. You will not give them respect. You feel that they are subordinates and they should be treated like one. I guess that's a little bit about what I think Sun would do to you on the fourth house. Hope to see you soon. Thank you. Namaste.